I've already written an entire book with the newest model of ChatGPT called Zero One Preview. Here's the book cover that I made for this book called How to Write a Best-Selling Book Series. There's my name. Here is the actual ChatGPT Zero One Preview model. There's also the mini. This is using advanced reasoning. Let's jump right over here to this book and show you the very simple prompt that I used to write this book. Now, if I did this again, I would use a much more detailed prompt with audience, theme, style, give it the chapters, the chapter links, break down a much more detailed outline. And maybe I'll do that sometime with another book. I've already started to test this model with a novel, which will be in another video that I make maybe next week. Here's the very simple prompt I use. I wanted to see and test the model on a very simple prompt to see the results we could get. And honestly, I'm very impressed. Here's the prompt. I'll have this also in the description of this video in case you want to use this and test it yourself. I want to write a book that is a nonfiction guide to how to write a book series. This is a concept that I've wanted to write for over a decade, maybe even longer, and I'm glad that I finally am getting to this. Here's the rest of the prompt. I want this to be a comprehensive book that covers theme, coming up with a premise for the series, plotting and outlining, characters, settings, series conflicts, basically every aspect of storytelling specifically applied to a book series. I want to cover the basics, but also advanced strategies. And I want it all to be based on patterns from best-selling authors. I want the book to be very entertaining, very informative, very practical, very actionable, basically the kind of books that I like to read myself. Please come up with the best roles to write this book, also the best approach to writing it, come up with an outline, and then actually write the book itself chapter by chapter. So very streamlined, very efficient, very concise, very simple prompt. But I tried to pack as much in there as I can. Again, this prompt will be in the description of the video. Check that out. The model thought for 10 seconds, it said, and as it was thinking, it was going through all this stuff, which is very interesting. You can check that out. And then it gave me the approach and then the outline, which I have largely used. Make some tweaks along the way, asked for some more in-depth information, longer explanations, added some stuff at the end, but largely I've used this outline. Let's scroll quickly through the book. Then I just want to scroll quickly through this to show you what this tool gave me. And all I had to do is every once in a while say continue. Every once in a while, I said, hey, give me a larger or longer, more in-depth explanation with better examples. But it's giving me lots of tips, lots of strategies, lots of examples. Of course, I'm going to have to go through this and reformat it, edit it, add some stuff, take some stuff away, move stuff around. Basically, the same kind of editing that you normally have to do when you write a book completely by yourself, which you can do. You can write the book by yourself and then ask ChatGPT to fix it, enhance it for you. So you can use this any way you want to at whatever level and whatever depth. I really am just testing the tool to see what it can do on its own. So here we have developing memorable characters, chapter 5. And this all happened basically between last night when I got access to the model and this morning finished it up. I was sleeping like 8 hours of that time. So it's probably around 8 to 10 hours of time. And I could have done it much quicker if I had just been doing this all in one go. But I was, having dinner and watching TV and hanging out with the loved ones in my life. So I was doing other stuff as well. I still was able to work with this AI tool to write this book basically overnight in less than 12 hours. It's pretty cool. You can see it's covering all this information, going through the outline, asked eventually for more information about the publishing process, doing things like writing a query letter for a book series, a synopsis for a book series, getting a literary agent, doing some marketing. And I have some resources at the end like checklists. And I also asked for this advanced plot breakdown of the Harry Potter series. Goes book by book, lots of tips, a lot of strategies, a lot of patterns that were pulled out of that. And then I asked the tool in the model to also give me a breakdown of a thriller series, in this case, the Jack Reacher series, and then also a romance series, in this case, the Bridgerton series. Great show. Love the story. And then I also asked for the model to give me some back cover copy, some front cover copy, which I'll show you in just a moment. Just quickly scroll through there. Let's go to the Google Doc. Again, this is the book cover image. I made it with this tool called ideagram.ai, and it's also great at text, which is what you need, especially for writing a book. I really like how this came out. Totally be using this. It's really good, I think. I like it. So let's go over to the actual Google Doc. And here's the book cover image. I got the copyright page, disclaimer, dedication, which I added some myself. The table of contents I actually created with Google Docs. It did a really good job. I'm going to keep that and update it when the different chapters are updated. So I'm just going to scroll quickly through here. We got about 73 pages. It'll probably be closer to 100, a little bit over 100 maybe when I'm done, because I want to make sure that I cover every aspect of this topic, that it's comprehensive, that it's good, that it's readable, it's formatted in a way that makes sense. But I just want to show you what is here. Now, after I get done with all of this, what I'm going to do is turn this into a PDF. I may sell it directly from my website, maybe from a Ko-Fi account to offer this to the world. So I'll let you know when it's ready and available. You could also format this with Canva, with Designer, with different tools. You can pay somebody pretty cheaply on Fiverr to make it into like an ebook format, also a hard copy format to be able to sell it on Amazon or other sites. You could turn this into an audio book by recording it yourself, your own voice, narrating your book or novel, or hiring somebody to do that for you. The sky's the limit kind of when it comes to writing this book or any book or novel with this tool. I think it's really good. I love it. It's right now my favorite tool and my favorite model. I can't wait to continue to test it. I wanted to show you how this actually worked. You can see it's thinking and telling you what it's doing here as I'm asking the model for a mega prompt template that is highly detailed and will help you or me generate the best books possible with ChatGPT. So we're going to see what it gives us. So here's the mega prompt template instructions. Use this template, put in with your details. So you want to put your genre and subgenre in there, your target audience, your working title, tagline, anything, theme and central messages you want to share. If you have information about a setting and world building, put that in there. The time period, the geographical setting, for things about the physical environment, the culture. If you have any information about the characters that you want in there, maybe you already have a character in mind. Otherwise, you can just ask the model to give that to you. Supporting characters, plot, overview, detailed plot structure. You can feed all of this into the tool, or you can ask the tool to give it to you itself. And then here's an example of using this template. I am writing a young adult fantasy novel titled Shadow of the Lost Realm. The story explores these themes. The protagonist is this person, and then include more details from the template above. Please help me generate a detailed chapter outline for this novel, ensuring that the plot develops smoothly, the characters are well-rounded, and the themes are thoroughly explored. Instructions for using ChatGPT. Fill out the template with as much detail as possible. Help me write the first chapter of my novel, focusing on introducing the protagonist and setting up the inciting event. If you want more information about writing books and novels with ChatGPT, check out the playlist that is coming up right now. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.